Please hear me. For you to run a business or an organization properly, you need finance, meaning you must understand money. Where are we making money? What is happening? Where are we losing money? There must be finance. You must understand selling. If you can't market that product, if you can't sell that product, you are going to go out of business. It's a matter of time. There is no use you creating something that you can't market and that you can't sell. Are you following what I'm saying? There is no use. Then look at it. If that product cannot be current, and that's where research comes in. If the product can't be current, meaning if the product cannot be competitive, you will run out of business. It doesn't matter you are selling now. It doesn't matter your product is the main thing now. If you cannot have a competitive edge on the market, it's a matter of time. You are going to be replaced. That's why research and creativity becomes major. All these other legs are also major. Because I think next week, can I deal with the legs properly? Because if I go that direction, I might miss you. Let me deal with the 4 legs that you, remind me next week. Let's just deal with the 4 legs of any business. So that we focus on that one to know how that runs. But hear me, I'm dealing with the research and the creativity part. If we do not, please hear me, if we don't come up with cutting edge, if we don't come up with things that are competitive on the market, if we don't come up with product services that add value and that meet people's current needs, not needs, current needs, future needs. Meaning, if you are going to work, you must be thinking, what needs do I need to meet today? What needs am I going to meet tomorrow? If you are going to create, you are thinking, my creation, what will it solve today? What can it solve for tomorrow? I love using women as examples. Imagine the people who are into cosmetics and all that. They were doing well with makeup, they were doing well with lipstick, they were doing well with all these things. Hair pieces and everything like that. Then somebody said, you know what, we are missing out on eyelashes. Then they brought out extended eyelashes for someone who wants to look like a duck or something. Do you know there are women who can't go out without those extended eyelashes? But I want you to see the genius. Makeup was not enough. Lipstick was not enough. Hair pieces were not enough. They had to think, what is it that a woman has that we can improve on and then create a need? A woman was okay with the eyelashes that she has, but they created a product and created a need. Come on. You must be able to anticipate the current need. You must be able to anticipate the future need. So when we are talking about creativity, we are not talking about you dealing with what is there now. That's one of them. You must also deal with what is not there. And that's where I said, this has to start working. Your engine, your mind, you need to start working your mind. 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 Because for you to come up with this creativity, for you to really begin to work, hear me, it's work. Please hear what I'm saying. For you to really begin to work, it's work. And that's why, you see, to me, what people are supposed to be doing is this. Even before anyone has found you or given you anything, or you have not birthed anything, you're supposed to be working. All of us are supposed to be working. Pastor Manasseh, what working am I doing? Personal development, growth. Pastor Manasseh, what working? I'm supposed to work to train my eyes to see, train my ears to hear, train my mind to think. I'm supposed to work on myself, develop myself to know how to, any wave of a crisis that's coming, I must be trained enough to ride that wave and benefit from it. So, if you've never registered a company, hey, go and register a company. Go and register a company. Put things down. What are you doing? You're preparing. Register a company. Be able to deal with everything possible that you can deal with. But deal with things that you know the economy is going this direction. If I position myself in this way, I'm going to make my money. So begin to position yourself now with where the economy is going. If a lot of people are going to be stuck financially, a lot of people are going to need money. Meaning, if a lot of people are going to need money, one of the things that you need to start working on now is how you can have money readily available for people to borrow. And you start making interest while you're seated. Tell somebody you need to work. Tell somebody no time to play now. And that's why you need to cut your life now. Meaning, cut your living expenses. You see, right now is not the time for you to be flashy, to be too much enjoying and everything like that. No, right now is to build cash flow. Right now is for you to positioning yourself. You're just waiting for people to catch the bait of the economy. I guarantee you, someone is going to be stranded needing cash. And they will be willing to let go of things. A lot of people, if you just position yourself with cash, and you are not religious, you are not what? Talk to me. You are not what? Religious. What I mean is that you don't have cash. And you see, with money, especially when you're a Christian, you must know what is for investment. You must know what is for seed. Very, very important. You need to know that as a Christian. Because if you don't know, every need that comes, your money will go. But if you now have understanding, you will know when to plant seed and you will know when to push into an investment. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? And hear me, when it comes to when to plant seed, most of the time people get mixed up when they're trying to do business and it comes to the issue of seed. Work with the system, work with the structure. Tell somebody capital is capital. Tell somebody for you to give capital away, Jesus must appear physically. Are you hearing me? Tell somebody you can give your salary. You have not given your job. Tomorrow you are still going to work on your job. You see, people don't understand this business sense I'm explaining right now. Capital, that's your entire business. And that's why I said, for you to give your capital, Jesus must appear. Because he can give you back the capital. Are you following what I'm saying? But I'm a businessman. I still want to sow, tithe, give first fruits. Take 1 month's profit, give the whole profit away. You haven't touched your capital. Your capital is still working. So create a proper financial system. Because there are people who love giving so much that They give even their capital. Then tomorrow when they don't have, the devil is in trouble. Tell somebody, leave the devil alone. Tell somebody, he was not there when you were giving your capital. Tell somebody, leave the devil alone. He was not there when you were giving the capital. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Look at this scripture. Proverbs 13. I want you to work. Put systems to work. Put systems to work. Look at Proverbs 13, verse 11. Proverbs 13 and verse 11. Proverbs 13, verse 11 says, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Are you hearing me? Dishonest money, meaning if you're a crook, you lie, you cheat people, you do all manner of things. The Bible is clear. Dishonest money, it will dwindle. You will never see it go. That's why most people are surprised when they see politicians, what today is rich, tomorrow is poor. Dishonest money dwindles. It has wings, it flies. Have you heard such things like, when drama zone says, just says organizer. Come on, talk to me. Have you heard things like that? Drama zone says, just says organizer. Why? Listen to the Bible. Dishonest money dwindles. It will finish. It will fly away. It's a matter of time. Why? They keep thinking tomorrow I'll steal again. Tomorrow I'll move things again. So they blow everything on expenditure, on lifestyle. If there is something that you need to work on, if you are going to position yourself, is this system here. Dishonest money dwindles away. But whoever, and listen, have you seen, I love the way the Bible is written. It doesn't say born again people. It doesn't say Christians. The Bible says whoever, whether it's Muslim, whether it's a Chinese. This is where the Bible now does justice on people. Listen to what it says. But whoever, whether it's Chinese, whether it's Indian, whether it's a white person, whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Do you know that money is never supposed to be not growing? You are not supposed to ever have money anywhere that money is not growing. According to this scripture, then you are the most ignorant, irresponsible person with your money. That's why I don't put money in the bank. No, I'm telling you the truth. I don't put money in the bank. When I put money in the bank, my money will be in a bank because I'm waiting for an opportunity. You can trace me the last 11 years from 2008 if I've ever had money in the bank. For the last 11 years, I've never had money in the bank. Pastor Manasseh, what if a crisis comes? Crises always sort themselves out. Tell somebody, if you prepare for a rainy day, it will rain. Tell somebody, if you prepare for a rainy day, it will rain. Actually, it will be a heavy downpour. Never. We don't keep money in the account. Money is always in an investment. Money is always running. I wish you understood how well money works. You talk about hard work, smart work. If you can be smart with money, hear me, if you can be smart with money, money does not work the way you and me work. Money doesn't rest. Money can work 24/7. It can work 24 hours, 7 days, 365. Money can work 24/7 all year round. Tell somebody, you better discover how to make money work. Come on, tell somebody, you better discover how to make money work. Actually, tell somebody, say, anytime you're dealing with money, you must think of multiplication. You must think of increase. Listen, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Look at Matthew 25. Matthew 25. Matthew 25. Look at verse 15 and 16. Matthew 25, verse 15 and 16. Let me start from verse 14. Matthew 25, verse 14. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. So do you see what wealthy people do? Look at me. And you see, this is, to me, when you don't understand the Bible, you can be stuck in religion and be very poor, when this book is one of the greatest financial books. A wealthy man wants to go on vacation, but his money does not go on vacation. Poor people sweat, work to get little money to go on vacation. Wealthy people have their money working hard to give them proper vacations. Do you know that most poor people don't understand things? When you see most of these people who fly first class, business class, and all that, most of the time people don't even know that it's their companies paying. It's not personal money. I come again. Most of the people you see, I've got people that I know who are in managerial positions. Most of them, they've got tickets to fly out in the year. Most of their trips are sponsored. But do you know when a poor man sees business class, someone is in first class, do you know when a poor man sees that, they desire that? So they go and sweat. Now they can carry first class. Look at this man. Let me not overpush it. I don't want to hurt you too much. Just a bit. This man is going on a journey. But he calls the servants and entrusted his wealth to them. Why is he entrusting his wealth to them? Verse 15. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on a journey. Verse 16, let's read together. Verse 16, 1, 2, 3, let's go. The one who had received 5 bags of gold went how? At once. Can we read it from different versions quickly? Let me read NIV, then I'll give you opportunity to read other versions. NIV says, the man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 more. Can I have it in another version? He went and he traded with them. Any other version? We only have these 2. Have you seen that? Listen, this here is a man, he's going on a journey. Let's use holiday. He's going on a vacation. But look at it. His money is not going on a vacation. His money must work. And that's what I mean when I say we need to grow and develop ourselves. We need to grow and develop ourselves to the point where our money does not go on vacation. We can go on vacation, but our money does not go on vacation. We can go on holidays, but our money does not go on holiday. This guy goes on a holiday, but he makes sure he entrusted his money in servants. Don't forget, servants are people who provide services. So he puts his money in the hands of people who provide services. And the services that they are providing is to multiply and grow his money. And guess what? He goes. When he comes back, the money has doubled. Now, I want you to see the guy who didn't double his money. Verse 26 and 27. His master replied, "You wicked and lazy servant. You knew that I harvest where I have not sown, and I gather where I have not scattered seed." Listen to verse 27. And this is a very important point. "Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest." What is this man saying? My money was never supposed to be dormant. He says, my money was never supposed to be dormant. And hear me, this is where now the secret of the wealth comes in. Look at verse 28. Verse 28. "So take the bag of gold from the one and give it to the one who has 10 bags. Verse 29. "For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them." That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why do the poor get poorer? They don't develop themselves to reach at a place where they can have money working for them. Poor people only know how to work for money. And that's why Zambia is going to enter into a crisis. Why? People only know about jobs. They don't know about trading. They don't know about selling. They don't know about negotiating. They don't know about invention. They don't know about creativity. They don't know about going to the land and bringing from what is in the land to offer services, to offer food to people. Take from the one who can't work with it. Please hear me. I'm going to say something very strong. Money does not lie dormant. Money will always go to people who are providing services. Money does not remain neutral. It is called currency. Why is it called currency? Because it flows. It has a current about it. Don't ever keep money, and especially in Africa, in Zambia. Don't forget, there is also depreciation. And I pray that they are not multiplying notes. Because if they are producing more notes to cater for the mess in the country, they will destroy a lot of things. Why am I telling you this? Look at us as a nation. Why are we where we are as a nation economically? We're not producing anything. We're not trading. Everyone is coming to trade with us. We are not trading. We are not producing. Do you know that all of us now need to understand what GDP is? Do you know that all of us now need to begin to raise people who are so productive that their target is to affect the GDP of the nation. And you don't do that when we're not dealing with what we're dealing with today. Work, creativity, productivity, bringing out things. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Tell somebody you need to develop. Tell somebody you need to grow. Because if we don't grow, and don't forget what I'm talking about, growing our mind, growing our abilities, growing our skills. If we don't grow, the issue is this. We will continue doing the same things. And we all know the definition of insanity, isn't it? Doing the same things but expecting different result. Doing the same things but expecting different results. Doing the same things. No. This man you are reading of in Matthew 25, he developed so much that, and please hear me, because I know when I speak to Christians about this, Christians are too sensitive. Jesus is giving an example of the kingdom. So don't be more sensitive than Jesus. You know, there are people who want to have a better heart than Christ. He took the talent, the bag of God, the one bag of God from the one who was only given one bag. He took it from him. Gave it to the one who had 10 bags. Do you know that in church people don't like that? No, we must be equal. We must share things. Where? It's not scriptural. In business, if you can't multiply, if you can't sell, in business, if you can't work what you have, the one who's working it will take over. Please hear me. In business, if you don't know how to have money work for you, you keep losing your money. This man is so brilliant. Look at it. He's going on a vacation. He makes sure his money is working. There are systems there and everything running. He comes back. This guy brings back the money as he left it. He says, do you know how long I've been out? I've been out for over a year maybe. Do you know how much money I would have made for over a year? And you're giving back do you know how much value I've lost in you giving back what I gave you? He says, take it away from him. Do you know that every time we don't create value, every time we are not working on ourselves, things will be taken away from us? Look at how the exchange is supposed to be, and I want you to understand as I wrap up today. The exchange is supposed to be like this. You cannot create everything. That's how it is. You can't create everything. But you're supposed to create something. So that as you are offering services to others, they are partaking of your work. You are making money. You're generating from your work. You are also living off other people's services. Tell your neighbor that's a complete cycle. Tell somebody this cycle has an imbalance. Where you are the only one who's buying. You are the only one who's getting from other people's creativity. Are you hearing what I'm saying? As much as you are using other people's services, products and everything, because you can't create in every department, you need also people to be using your services, your goods, what you have created. Please hear me. Then you have a proper cycle, and that is what keeps you now. As much as, yes, you have got an outflow where your money is going out, but your money is coming in. Please study the wealthiest people. They are always trying to come up with, how can we get more money come in? Always. How can we multiply? Takwa abati when Africa they are tired. They are always thinking of how can we work this to become more effective. So, what have I spoken about work today that I want you to go home with? I want you to work on yourself more than you do on your job. That's number one. I want you to work on yourself more than you do on your job, meaning develop yourself, upgrade yourself, expose yourself, sharpen yourself. Then now, create something. I've shown you what the Bible calls creation in Genesis chapter 1. In Genesis chapter 2, it shows us that that's what God called work. Work is creating. So if all of us are supposed to be doing work, we are supposed to create. I went on to say crisis does not come to destroy you. Crisis does not come to destroy you. Crisis comes to bring you in the limelight. It gives you opportunity to shine. Darkness, without darkness, you never see a star. So crisis does not come to destroy you. Crisis is for you to show up now. But hear me, you can't show up if you've never developed your mind, if you've never developed your eyes, if you've never developed your ears, if you don't understand the trends and if you can't perceive change and go ahead of change to create a service and a market for the change, you can't take over. So your creativity has to do with relevant value. It's not just being creative. No. Relevant value. How do you stay current? The way all the top and the best companies stay current. Research. They are always wanting to better their products. They always want to meet the current and the future needs of their customers. Don't just meet the needs of the people today. Are you meeting the future needs of the people? So when we talk about work, that's what we're talking about. All these areas now, you're supposed to be working them. Meaning, you need to work more on yourself than any other thing. Because it's the work you've done on yourself that makes you work well. Money is not supposed to be dormant. Money is not supposed to be idle. You've heard, anyone is supposed to grow money. Anyone, everyone. It has not written it's Chinese, it has not written Pentecostal, charismatic. It says anyone who gathers money little by little makes it grow. So if you're not gathering money, little by little, I don't care how little it is, but every time money is supposed to be growing. You heard this man going on a vacation, going on a holiday. He made sure his money does not rest. His money does not go on holiday. He can rest, but his money is not resting. What is your money doing? Where is your money? Is your money running? Is your money working? Is your money multiplying? Is your money growing? And please hear me. When you are starting, if you want to really understand money well and grow and become big in this industry, you don't start by giving people money. If you really want to learn about money, begin to work it. Work it. Yes, you can go into bonds. Yes, you can go to a stock market. You can go into shares. All these are good avenues. But please hear me. If you learn how to work money, multiply money, trade money by yourself, using even the knowledge and the wisdom others have had, you'll be a far better person. Hear what I'm telling you. You'll be a far better person. Let's stand. You'll be a far better person. When you give people money to work it for you, you don't grow. You don't develop. And that's why you've seen I've had a problem in my life giving people money for people to invest or trade with my money. Why? I would rather run. I would rather learn. I would rather have control of what I'm doing. And that has made me grow tremendously. It has made me grow tremendously. Please hear me. So, hear me. The greatest work is on me. And the sign that I have done the greatest work, which is on me, is creation. I'll create. The sign that you've not worked on yourself, you'll be working on a job. Please, I know I'm concluding, but hear this. The sign that you've never worked on yourself, you'll be working on a job. Because the day you develop yourself, it's you who will be giving jobs. Because you'd have grown yourself.
This has been a teaching by Pastor Manasseh, Senior Pastor at Barak Ministries. For more details, call or text us on 0978 5864 43.